Welcome back to the channel. We're going to run it back and follow the entire career of the #1 overall recruit. You are not going to want to miss this. Okay, well, it's not a quarterback. It is Elton Smith, wide receiver, physical route runner, 6'4", 204 out of Memphis. That's a big boy right there. Okay, that's not a good start. 71 awareness. Fantastic, spectacular catch though. Check that out. Decent route running, decent speed and excel to start out. Good catch in traffic, good release. He's got natural road dog and he's got press pro. I mean, despite not being a gem wide receiver, this is by no means a bad player. It also looks like it's going to be a pretty heated battle, something we want to see. Tennessee, Clemson, Bama, Ole Miss, Georgia, Oregon. Very exciting stuff. Let's go see where he goes. And he has committed to Georgia. Wow. Definitely one of the hardest rosters to crack for sure, but a smart move as well. 3 seniors at Georgia in the starting lineup. Gunnar Stockton stuck around. That's good. 89 overall. I don't think he went up any overall that year. Georgia gets slightly worse as a team. And then we have Elton Smith, 5th on the depth chart, only star dev. Ahead of him is only impact development. I'm hoping that he redshirts the first season. Gunnar Stockton, 4,200 yards, 28 touchdowns. Please don't tell me you threw to our boy though. Okay, Elton Smith all the way down at the bottom. Did not participate at all. That is a very, very good sign. So now we get a lot of these receivers out of the way in front of us. Well, there are a lot of freshmen here, but still a lot of seniors here as well. And Elton Smith wants to transfer due to playing time, of course. I mean, I can try and convince him. It's extremely low. I guess we have to try, right? But I'm not... Yeah, it failed. Okay, so Elton Smith will not be a Georgia Bulldog. Hopefully it's not Arkansas State again. That'd be pretty boring. All right, we can see him here. He's an 83 overall after his redshirt season. Question is, where did he go? He went to Vanderbilt. Okay, so he stayed in the SEC. That's pretty nice. Vanderbilt. I was not expecting that. What a curveball. Man, they are not very good either. 67 overall. Compared to the rest of the SEC, how are they even in here? They're doing phenomenal this year in real life, but the game is definitely underselling them. I've always liked Vandy anyway, so it's not a big deal. Will he be starting? Yes, he will be. 3rd best wide receiver on the roster. He's already got 99 agility, 92 COD. The quarterback isn't the best. Caleb McMichael. Normal development. Again, just not the best. Decent accuracy. Mid-throw power. I don't really think Elton's going to shine here, but I've been wrong before. We're all pulling for you, Caleb. Wow, and you look at that. 4-2 at the midway point of the season. Absolutely flooded by Florida. Absolutely flooded by Oklahoma. But we did pick up a ranked win against Mississippi State. And we beat Washington State and Stanford. 32 receptions, 409 yards, 3 touchdowns. Not bad at all. He's playing basically where we would expect for a freshman redshirt. They did make a bowl game though. We're going up against SMU. Don't really see any risk of transferring for him as well. I think he wants to stick around with Vanderbilt. Now, Dante Rayner did not win a single postseason game, especially in college football, where he went 0 from 4 as a starter. It's looking like Elton Smith might suffer the same fate here, though. 17 all. Hold on a second. We're in overtime. He's number 80. I know that. There he is right there. I'm pulling for you, mate. I don't want to see you suffer the same fate Rayner had. We're all a proud father right now. 2nd and 15 after the flag. It was a touchdown on the previous play, but holding brings it back. Sacked on the play, not a good sign. 3rd and forever. I mean, you just got to take a shot at this point. Will the blocking be able to hold him up? It's just a run play, really? That's not encouraging. Next time around, we might have to do a defensive 1st overall recruit. I'd love to see that. First play all the way down to the 10 for SMU. This is it. Force him to take a field goal. Give yourself another chance. Back yourself. He's going to get sacked. The Vandy defense is too much. The mascot is excited. Nice. Oh, they're going to ice the kicker here. I don't think that works on the computer, though. I mean, it was a chip shot, mate. There's no nerves about it. It's the Birmingham Bowl, not the national championship. We go again. Overtime 2. Can the defense get a stop? Okay, big throw over the middle, all the way down to the 5 on the first play. Not looking good for the Commodores. Steps back. Not a touchdown. What is going on over here? We got the human centipede. Screenplay, that's going to be a stop though. It's going to be a run up the middle. It's a pass and it's incomplete. Second drive in a row where it looked like inevitability that they were going to score. And somehow the Vandy defense stops them. Here we go. Elton Smith in the slot again. Will we get time? In the backfield on the first play, running back doing a tremendous job though. I don't like the under center plays. This is not going to get you many yards. Yep, he's freaking out, and he's going to get sacked. 3rd and 9, finally coming out in shotgun. You got to make a play here. Elton Smith is going to be open. And it's a run. Why? What in the Big Ten offense are we looking at right now? Why are we running it? Andy slots it. We go to overtime 3. Oh, wait, I think it's just the 2-point conversions now, yeah? Big play here. Can't get off the block. And he's going to get sacked. Instant replay right there. Elton Smith got absolutely jammed. Is SMU going to upset? They're going to get held up. Well, if you paid for advertising on this game, you got your money's worth today. Quadruple overtime. It's going to be an easy dish-off screenplay, and they're in. Not feeling the most confident right now in Vanderbilt. The offense has been pretty abysmal. The quarterback is taking way too long. They go to Elton Smith, but he runs out of the end zone, opposed to just standing in there. Mustangs win it. 25-23. Quarterback put up 4,300 yards, 28 touchdowns, 20 picks. And Elton Smith led the team. Look at this. 1,251 yards, 9 touchdowns, nearly averaged 100 a game. By far the best receiver on this Vanderbilt team. This is incredible. And because of the deal breaker, looks like he'll be definitely sticking around. Lamar Combs is going to win best wide receiver. And it doesn't look like we made it on here at all, which is very surprising. Elton Smith did finish 8th in the Sean Alexander, the Freshman Player of the Year award. Unfortunately, Elton Smith was not a freshman All-American, which again is pretty surprising. He did put up 1,200 yards. I mean, let's compare the pair. We'll go with David Eziala, and he put up 1,100 yards, but he had way more touchdowns than Elton Smith. However, Elton Smith was an All-American in the SEC as a freshman, so we'll take that as a consolation prize. Season 2, we have a brand new quarterback, Spencer Gooden, freshman redshirt, star dev, 76 overall. And then Elton Smith is up to a 90 overall as a sophomore. I didn't mention this either, but he added Shawhands last year and then added Cutter this offseason. He now also has Platinum Press Pro. The speed is still kind of lackluster, 89, 93 XL, but he now has a 98 spec catch, 92 short route running, medium is a 91, deep is 85, 92 release, 96 jumping, and just for shits and gigs, he's got a great juke and a great spin as well. If he transfers to a bigger school, he could be a big part of a national championship. But just stay with Vandy, it'd be cooler. Julian Lewis is going to win the Heisman, and Vanderbilt finishes on a 2-10 record. No bowl game for Vandy in season 2. Wow, that was a short season. So our freshman redshirt quarterback, 3,600 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 20 picks. And then Elton Smith, bit of a down year here. 77 receptions, 851 yards, 5 touchdowns. Nothing impressive at all, very mid at best. And Elton Smith is already leaving. That sucks. I wish he stuck around for another season because we could have squeezed so much more potential out of him. His spec catch would have gone to a 99. Catch and traffic could have been 99. Catching could have been high 90s. Agility was already 99. Break tackle could have easily been in the 90s. Same as COD could have been high 90s. I guess on a technicality, he already is amazing. Like 6'4", 96 jumping. It's not actually going to get much better than where he is now. He only had 1 skill cap as well in route running. All right, let's go ahead and put him into Madden. And here is our boy all the way in the 5th round, a day 3 projected player. However, he is hiding a dark secret. Top fits are going to be Miami, Indianapolis, and Dallas. Obviously, we have no scouting on him at the moment, but I will say I was a little bit tough on Dante Reyna, which didn't allow him to transfer from college to the NFL that well. However, Elton Smith is coming in at an 83 overall. He kept all of his intangibles, agility, excel, speed, etc. I lowered his route running by 5, but his catching traffic, and spec catch were lowered by 10. Because he has such good jumping and intangibles alongside this, which makes him an absolute steal in the 5th round. So no surprises there. The strengths of this draft is wide receiver. And because we are all the way down in the 5th round, there are a multitude of wide receivers ahead of us. I wonder how much we are going to jump up here. One thing to point out as well, we are 20 years old. Because we left as a sophomore, we have a massive advantage over the rest of the class. So we finally get access to mock draft 1, and I wonder if we're going to be able to sneak in. My guess is that nobody has scouted him well enough to allow him to make a play for the 1st round, but there are a lot of wide receivers, and I mean a lot. For example, Clayton Wall, the #1 projected wide receiver. Decent ratings, could be better, could be worse. Even if you were to give him the benefit of the doubt, it could always be a little bit better in this case. But if you look at Elton Smith, his talent is top 5. Needs to work on simple concentration drops, exceptional body control, fights for every single inch, no issues climbing the ladder, avoids big hits, excels at creating yards, and disciplined player who rarely gets flagged. That's that Vandy lifestyle, mate. No flags allowed. Okay, so he was not a top 3 pick. Will the Cardinals pick him up at 4? They go Trent Bryant right edge. So his top fits are going to be Tennessee, Miami, and the Patriots. Ran a 4.58 and a 4.55 at his pro day, which might drop him down quite a bit. He is strong though, has the best vertical leap at 41.6 inches, first out of all of the wide receivers, first in the 3-cone and first in the 20-yard shuttle. This guy is a beast. All right, well, he was not picked up in the 1st round, and the Cardinals go with Eric McNeil, wide receiver. This is why you are a poverty franchise. We know that Elton is a top 5 talent. Boo! Here goes the Titans, one of the teams you could go to. They go Mike Stackhouse. The Ravens would have been a really good fit. I mean, it just looks like the rich are going to get richer with how far he is down the board. Gilbert Cummings goes ahead. We're now officially in round 3, and there are 8 wide receivers ahead of Elton Smith. Dolphins back on the clock. Hold on a second. No, they go Trevor Rhodes. Pat skip on him as well. Chiefs go Ryan Harvey. Wow. Round 4, 6 wide receivers ahead of him. There's no way he slips past the 4th round. Junior Stackhouse going to Miami. I hate this game so much. The Titans pass on him. Steelers go Bill Walden. What is wrong with these teams, man? Elton Smith, pick 118 to the Raiders. Look at those stats. He's amazing. Round 4, pick 22. The only problem is the Raiders are not that great. There was definitely better teams out there for him. And yep, Elton Smith was the best player. Wasn't even really close. Earl Bonner in 2nd, 81 overall to Cleveland. And then the next best wide receiver was Clayton Hall, the projected best wide receiver. Not only was he older, he was a 78 overall, was a little bit faster than our guy, which is fair enough. The 99 agility just makes this a no contest. Maybe I should have nerfed that a bit. Clayton Hall's very comparable. 86 spec catch to Elton's 88, 82 CIT to 83, and 83 catching to Elton's 80. John Madden. I don't think that's correct. That's all right. I messed up. We'll just rock out with John Madden. Oh, never mind. We're Pete Carroll. Okay. I was going to say for a second there, that was a bit weird. I also messed up. I was meant to do 2027 draft. So that's my bad. I was just very excited to get into this, but that's okay. We have Daniel Jones as our quarterback. He's actually been doing pretty decently in Indianapolis. And then Elton Smith is the best receiver on the team. Not only that, we also have Ashton Genty, which is awesome. And we also have Brock Bowers, 95 overall. And if the core offense were to stick together, we upgrade the offensive line a little bit. There's no way that Elton Smith isn't a Hall of Famer. Again, we are the 42nd ranked wide receiver in the NFL. And the stats are just insane. The 99 agility, not really sure what that's going to help in simulation, but enough of the nonsense. Let's get into the stats. So even with everything going for the team, the Raiders are going to finish 6-11, but that's going to give them a top 10 pick. Daniel Jones, not a fantastic season, but it could be a lot worse. Trey Tucker led the team. Elton Smith, 729 yards, did lead the team in touchdowns though. Could have been a lot worse. I wonder, did he win Rookie of the Year though? Superstar Dev, obviously, up to an 88 overall. So this is very promising stuff here. I don't think his accel speed is really going to go up, but the fact we jumped into the top 25 in our rookie season is amazing. I don't think he's going to stick around one though. The Super Bowl chase. The Raiders are an underdog. He does want a big market, and he's not really a fan of the Las Vegas scheme. He does have Energizer, Tireless, Runner, and Short in Elite though. I'm still undecided on whether I want to change these or kind of leave them, since we want it to play out as organically as possible. So for now, we'll just leave it. He has a rack receiver and has Showboat. So Philly's going to beat the Colts in the Super Bowl. And look, the Colts drafted a rookie quarterback and he took them to the Super Bowl. So we miss out on Offensive Rookie of the Year. Okay, not a bad draft by the Raiders here. Steve Bernal, Stephon Lehman in the second round, 76 overall. I was kind of hoping they'd get a quarterback, but this is okay as well. Looks like we're committing to Daniel Jones, I guess. I mean, this is an amazing offense. Genty is up to an X factor. Bowers is an X factor. Elton Smith at 88 overall. It's just the quarterback, man. Colton Miller is a beast, but the rest of the O-line is just such a problem. Ooh, nice though. Look at this. 11-6 record in the wild card round. Team is already coming together. Started off 4-1, surprisingly, all close wins. And then we went on a massive streak towards the end of the season. This very well could have been a 13-4 team. And it was not because of Daniel Jones, because he only threw for 14 touchdowns and 7 picks. Elton Smith, leading receiver, 993 yards, just under 1,000. But in terms of touchdowns, nobody had 2. He was the only receiver with over 1, let alone in double digits. Remember, we have not won a postseason game at all in any of our experiments. So the fact that we were up 10-3 is big. It's going to be 10-10, and we're going to overtime. Wait, the Buffalo win? How, man? Ugh, that's so disappointing. The streak continues. Pete Carroll does not look happy. Let me guess, Daniel Jones had a stinker. Yeah, 132 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. We did have 5 catches and 62 yards though, which is big. Okay, this is good. The team's investing in offensive line. We get a center, Jamie Strong. We do get a wide receiver as well. A bunch of wide receivers. What are they doing? Still got Daniel Jones. That's a shame. The offensive line is looking way better though. Look at this. Joe Alt at right tackle. We keep Colton Miller. We got our rookie center. We've got another generated right guard here who's a superstar. This is all we need. The only problem is Daniel Jones is regressing. We even have a X-Factor fullback, man. Like, this offense could not be any better. And Elton is progressing nicely. Obviously, the speed and excel aren't really going to go up, but the route running is going up. The release is going up. And we are the 14th best rated wide receiver in the NFL. Top 5%. All of this at 22 years old. And we are not good enough to make the playoffs in 2028. Wow. I mean, again, Daniel Jones was last in the NFL in passing yards. We just have to make the transition, man. We do have Clark Craig, who is apparently the quarterback of the future. What? Hello? What are we doing? This guy's an X Factor, 76 overall. Give him the start. You mean to tell me we've had this guy for 2 years and you started Daniel Jones? Elton Smith finally breaks 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns again. So when we get this new quarterback in next year, there's no doubt about it that Elton is going to see a massive upsurge in production. And we are a very good team now, 89 overall, 91 offense. The defense is good too. Okay, finally they're starting Craig. Thank goodness. He's only a 75 overall though. Bowers goes down to a superstar dev. We get a brand new right tackle, but that's okay. Joe Alt moves over to left tackle. He's 91 overall. And then Elton Smith, 93. I mean, look at this offense. This looks like a Bengal rebuild right here. There's no way we don't go to the Super Bowl. Well, to be fair, Craig still has a lot to do in terms of development. The accuracy's not quite there yet, either is the awareness, but the throw power is good, and that's something you can't really buy. It's got first one free, closer, and tight out. I'm going to change it to dots, make an executive decision here. I just don't think first one free is really going to do anything for us. I mean, he has 58 juke. Why would he need first one free? And it looks like this is the last year of our rookie contract, so I'm hoping that we stick around. We have 112 million in cap space, and we do make the wild cards again. Not the best year for our quarterback. 3,300 yards, 20 touchdowns, 12 picks. But again, he's a 75 overall. Elton Smith sees a bit of a decline, still leading the team in touchdowns though, which is promising. Okay, not looking promising. We bounce back though, but Chargers are going to extend the lead 28-21 now. Hold on a second. There is life. And the team has to get a turnover here. We still have 2 timeouts. It's 2nd down, but yeah, I mean, that's game. That's it right there. Justin Herbert has 4 touchdowns in this game. And the streak will continue. Still not a playoff win. We fall 28-24 to the Chargers. Next year will have to be better. And the real question is, did our boy extend his contract? Yes, he did. Craig, for whatever reason, is just not going up, though. I don't get it. He's still a 76 overall. Like, is this bugged, or... And let's finally look at the defense. I don't know how we're rated so highly. There are a lot of glaring issues with the team, especially at the safety position. The cornerbacks aren't all that either. The D-line needs work. Maybe this is why we're not doing too well, because of Smiley. We did extend, though, for 5 years. Earning the big boy dollars. The Super Bowl chase is finally in the green, so that's good to see. Even the game thinks that we're a contender. Genty is signed long-term. Bowers is signed long-term. Elton is. Joe Alt leaves this year, potentially. Our quarterback is also here long-term, so hopefully this guy can finally develop. And somehow at an 88 overall, we have an 8-9 record. I just do not get mad. And look at the salary cap as well. Why aren't these clowns spending the dollars, mate? I will say this is the only annoying thing about these kind of styles of videos, is the teams you are signed to are just dog shit. They have no idea how to run a team. Elton Smith, though, up to a 97 overall, 98 catching, 96 catching traffic. The route running is phenomenal. I mean, this guy is just a certified legend at this point. Craig, I guess a bit better of a season, but we're still waiting for this development to come through. And Elton Smith gonna get his 2nd over 1,000 receiving yard season, leading the team in touchdowns again. It looks like they did spend a bit of money in this offseason, which is nice. And we got the USC strong safety. Okay, the bug comes through. Dorian Carr, that's nice to see, 86 overall. Can't wait for this to not be a thing in the next Madden, hopefully. Like, what is going on? Craig is now a 78 overall superstar. I can't help but feel like we kind of got robbed because he was an X Factor and he's just not getting better at all. Elton Smith now also drops down to a star dev, which is a bit yucky. I kind of hope that he just leaves the team now, maybe finds a better team. Apparently, according to the motivations, we're in the top percentile to win a Super Bowl. I'm going to make a questionable decision here. Craig is obviously not really developing. 21 touchdowns, 11 picks, 3,500 yards. Elton Smith has another banger season, 1,100 yards, 14 touchdowns. I don't know how this guy lost his superstar development. It doesn't really make any sense and seems kind of unfair. So what I'm going to do is elevate Craig to an X Factor again, elevate Elton to a superstar again, and I'm going to manually upgrade Craig to where I think he would be, because this isn't fun and this is nonsense. Oh, we did not make the playoffs either as well on a 6-11 record. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, yeah, you have like Dom Tobin, Blitz Radar 96 overall. I mean, look at all these players who are just amazing. So my guess is that he would be somewhere around here. Jason Bynes came in the same draft. He's standing over there. He's a bit socially awkward, but that's okay. He's an 89 overall superstar dev, which makes me think that our quarterback would be somewhere around 93, 94. Because if this guy's a superstar in 89, then how was our guy a 78 when he was an X Factor? That doesn't make any sense. And there you go. That's more what I'm talking about. 91 overall makes sense to me personally, considering he was an X Factor. So now the team looks a little bit more realistic as to what the team was trying to do. The offensive line is still good. Bowers went back up to an X Factor. I did not touch him, so that's good to see. We have a new fullback who's an X Factor. Craig's now a 91. Genty's still a 98. And Elton Smith is rightfully back at superstar dev at wide receiver. And the offense is up to a 93 overall, so that's realistic in my opinion. We're still in the wild cards, but we're on a 13-4 record. We're the 2nd seed, so we've just missed out behind the Browns. Yeah, I'm not going to let the game screw me this time around. Let's go win our first playoff game, hopefully. We should make light work of the Ravens. 14-0 already. 21-3. Okay, it looks like we're going to win. And it's going to be a win, 31-10. Finally, the simulation seems somewhat realistic on how well the Raiders drafted and went into the free agency. 208 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Lamar had a stinker. And Elton Smith, 102 yards, 1 touchdown. The Jets have Matthew Weiss, 98 overall quarterback. Breece Hall is a 90. Garrett Wilson, DeMarco Claiborne. I mean, this is a very good team. All right, divisional round. We are slightly better than the Jets, and let's be real, it is the Jets. We jump out to a 14-0 lead. Red zone time, 1st and 10. Clock is ticking, 2 timeouts. They go to Breece Hall, no gain. And they need 7 here. They are wasting a bit of time. And it's a dot. No way. We let the Jets in. Oh, wow. They're going to go for 2. Oh, this is massive. There's no way the Jets put on the big boy balls. This must be a Dan Campbell-led Jets team. There's no way. He's scrambling. He's got nowhere to go. And they're going to convert. What in the world is going on? That was so risky. I've never seen anything like that in one of these simulations before. Okay, let's see if Craig can get into field goal range. We have 3 timeouts, so kind of plenty of time, I guess. Short over the middle. It's a 1st down. You got to go downfield here. This is your last play, and you might be able to scam 2, but the computer won't be able to do that. And it's short over the middle again. Why? And they're going to go for it with no timeouts left. Okay. And we got our boy up the top there. Oh, it looks like he beat him. Launch it. It's not going to our man. It's just a heave, and it's not a catch. 1 second on the clock, though. Hail Mary formation. You've got the 3 safeties back very deep here. And let's see. 98 spec catch. Oh, it looked like he might have come down with it there, but the Cinderella run is going to come to an end. Elton Smith cannot bring his team to the conference championship. Jets didn't even make the Super Bowl. The Browns made it, and they lost to the Giants. The window is starting to close. Genty's got 1 more year. Elton Smith has 1 more year. Joe Alt has 1 more year. That strong safety has 1 more year. Clark Craig is here for the long term, which is awesome to see, but I don't see the Raiders re-signing all 4 of us, which could be a problem. Definitely think Elton is capped, though. He's not going to get any higher than a 97 overall. He's the 4th ranked wide receiver. The speed and excel definitely let him down, but all of the intangibles are just insane. You can't really ask much more of him. Not to mention, the team hasn't really done anything to support him in the wide receiver position. Like, 84 is not bad, but it's not going to win you a Super Bowl, I don't think. The D-line is the biggest question mark, but other than that, this is a really, really good team. Like, look at this. The approval is insane, but then you've got the fans at 20%. Story as old as time. 12-5 record, 95 overall offense. Clark Craig, 3,800 yards, 32 touchdowns, 4 picks. This is amazing. This is what he should have been doing the entire time. And then Elton Smith, again, 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns. Bowers, big season for him, 700 yards, 5 touchdowns. He's never had over 1,000, though. I mean, look at this. We had the 4th best offense, and we did it purely on the ground. 2nd best in the NFL, and then our passing yards were left a lot to be desired, unfortunately. But when you've got a team this talented, it doesn't really matter if you run it or pass it. And Clark Craig has been hovering around in the MVP voting, but just has never been good enough to do it. We are going back and forth. There hasn't been a drive where neither team hasn't scored yet. And we're going to be up 45-42 with 12 seconds left. Chargers are going to have the ball, 3 timeouts, 12 seconds. This is a long way to go, even for the most elite of teams. No Herbert at quarterback. And this might just be the game. 6 touchdowns for Eric Freeman. This guy is nuts. Last play of the game. Better launch that. Yeah, no chance. No chance at all. I don't want to jinx it, but things are looking promising in the divisional round. So here we go. Under 2 minutes left, 3 timeouts. And we've got to get 20-30 yards max. Good catch by Elton Smith. I mean, we should just be running out the ball here. We could get in better field position for sure, but Craig wants to throw it. And it's another catch by Elton Smith. Wow, he has come alive in this last drive already. Craig's got his X factor. Quick throw, and it's another missile. It's Elton Smith in the corner, unguarded. What a throw by Craig. All right, so Drake May and the Patriots need to get 7 here to win the game. No 3 points allowed. It's nearly picked. 2 timeouts remaining as well, so plenty of time to work with. It's another quick throw and a wide open player down the seam. This is very spooky. Drake May not wasting any time moving the ball very fast here. New England does spend a timeout though. Quick dump off to the X Factor running back. That's a first down out of bounds. Okay, time is ticking. Still got the one timeout. They trust the offense though. They don't need to call it yet. That's a big play down the sideline. Come on, defense, step up. I thought there would be a lot more promise than this. Out to the edge. Easily going to be wrapped up. They blow their last time out on that play too. Hit as he threw it. And it's a catch. He caught it. What is the defense doing? And they're going to go for 2. This is, again, very strange. We saw this before, but here we go again. Last time it was the Jets, and this time it is going to be the Patriots. Has Dan Campbell moved from the Jets to the Patriots now? Craig still has his X factor. We've got 3 timeouts. We've got to get maybe 50 yards here to have a shot. And it's dropped. We have to get to the 47. 3rd and 10, time is running out. There's no point in having timeouts if you can't complete the pass. Craig's lost his X factor. We need him to start making some plays. They're not going to call a timeout. What are they doing? Okay, there goes the game. Deep throw. Oh my goodness, timeout. 1 second left. And we are lining up for the kick. This is a very long kick. This has got to be, what, 59 yards? 59-yarder. Can he slot it? He's got it. The Raiders are going to win 34-32. They advance to 13-5 for the first time. Let's go inside the mind of a Clark Craig. I'm just kidding. Brock Bowers, amazing catch. Wide open in the seam. Ooh, man, in between 4 players. That is a tough throw. That is a tough catch. And it sets up a 59-yarder. Here we go, back at Allegiant Stadium. This time we've got the Ravens. However, this is not the Ravens team that we know and love today. This is a much weaker kind of Cinderella story Baltimore team here. And we shouldn't really have any problem beating them. We get safetied. Okay, what a weird scoreline. We got a score here, boys. Come on. It's 2nd and goal. We've got a 99 overall Ashton Genty. There's no way we don't just run in here. Surely. Okay, they're in the backfield. It's not going to matter. Raiders retake the lead. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 2-point conversion. We faked him out. He faked me out right there. Flag on the play. You've got to be jarking. We're still going for the 2-point. You have to in this spot. You need to get a 7-point lead. So here we go. Can Craig do it? Ooh, Elton with the route running, but he's going to get dragged out. No way. Plenty of time for Lamar Jackson to get his team back in the lead here. Not looking good right now. Probably not going to see him scrambling all that much, though. No way. What a throw. I don't really know what to make of the Las Vegas defense because whenever we've been watching them on the field, they have sucked. So let's see if they can get the stop here. Running it right through the middle of the field. And that's going to be 7. What a shame. Okay, so here we go. Down by 3. Craig has 3 timeouts, 2 minutes to work with. You've got to like the odds for the Raiders here. Nice play out to the sideline. The biggest problem I see with this offense is the playbook only really goes for small plays. It's never really a big play. Okay, here we go. Nice throw, good catch. Vegas not going to blow any timeouts. They want to go for 7 here. Surely they want to go for 7. Craig, what are you doing? Why would you not throw that away, buddy? Okay, 3rd and 17. We've got our X factor, but we have 1 timeout remaining. We have to make a play here. You have to go for it. There's barely any pressure. It's a dot. All right, 2nd and 10 after the spike. Keeping that timeout available. No Genty on the field. Must be a bit tired. Understandable. Don't be a swing screen. Craig's going to take off. He's going to get a first down. Nice. 2nd and goal after the spike. Shotgun formation. Elton Smith in the slot. It's going to be a run, and it's not to Genty. Last timeout is gone. Very questionable play there. Don't really like it. Still have the running back in the backfield. They're going to hand it off again. What are they doing? It is so frustrating watching the computer make decisions because they are almost exclusively wrong. We get the field goal. We're going to OT. Okay, 3rd and 13. All we need is a field goal here. Baltimore's already punted us the ball. The question is, are they going to be able to get this first? Massive drop back. Terrible play call. All right, let's see if Baltimore can answer. They only need a field goal. 3rd and 2, 4th and 3. So they're going to punt it to us. Here we go. Craig with his X factor goes to Elton Smith down the wing, but he runs out. He just needs to stay in bounds. That's the 2nd time he's done that, which is fine. It's just could have been a lot more yards on the table there. Nice throw. Hold on. Is this field goal range? And we've knocked a kick from here before, so I think they're just going to run it and take 3 from the looks of things. No Ashton Genty, though. Where is Genty? Could have definitely gotten another runoff for sure and then called a timeout. But regardless, Pete Carroll must be feeling confident. It's about a 56-yarder. Kick is up. Are we going to the Super Bowl? And we are. Nice. Good kick. This kick has bailed us out twice now. And it is going to be against the Commanders. They are 88 overall. This has to be the game. We have to win this. What a weird Super Bowl. I just thought about that. Commanders, Raiders. Only in Madden. All right, let's see. Las Vegas on the board early. Again, I don't like Washington's chances here. Their team didn't look like all that. It is 10-14 at halftime. Okay, Washington's going to make it a game. We are struggling. We have not had any offense. We do have the ball, though, on a 3rd and 3. 1 minute 26 remaining. Washington, 1 timeout left. You got to go to Genty here. They're going to pass it. And it's going to be a catch. Is this it? Is this the victory formation? I think it is. Wow. I never in a million years thought that we would see a following the career win a Super Bowl. And I don't want to hear it. I don't think that we cheated at all. Craig got ripped off. There was no need for Elton to be dropped to star dev, but forget that. Let's enjoy the moment. 14-13. The Las Vegas Raiders are going to win a Super Bowl. Can we see our boy Elton? Keep your eyes peeled. Pete Carroll going to get the Gatorade bath. Nice to see. I think I saw a number 80 in the background. He's one of the best players on the team. Elton should be there. You're kidding. That was the Super... Bro, come on, EA. You can do so much better than that. Craig, 2 touchdowns, 158 yards. Genty didn't even have a good game either. Elton Smith had 1 reception for 0 yards. That's his Super Bowl moment? And honestly, nice by the Raiders. They kept the team together. Bowers drops down to a superstar dev. But would you look at our boy Elton Smith? 98 overall X Factor. 28 years old. Still cannot get this excellent speed up at all, but he is officially the #1 ranked wide receiver in the NFL. See, a Super Bowl just changes everything for you, man. He got the X Factor trait after the Super Bowl week. Aggressive receivers overpower defenders and attack the football. And it's cool to see. He's also got jukebox, short elite, return man, and red zone threat. Craig did go down in overall, which is a little bit annoying. And I wonder, what's the maximum amount of X factors you're allowed on offense? Because maybe Bowers lost it so Smith could get it. I'm not really sure, but Craig went down overall, which is not good to see. But this team could definitely still go for some Super Bowls. Carr is still here. That's where all our money went, re-signing everybody. So because we have won our first Super Bowl, we're going to take it 1 week at a time. If we do make the Super Bowl, we'll jump in, but we can't be doing it for every single year. We'd be here forever. But we are still a 92 overall, 95 offense. We should honestly be pretty good for a couple more Super Bowls if we can keep the team together. We beat Jacksonville. Now we've got the Bengals in the divisional, and it's going to be another win. AFC Championship against the 89 overall Broncos. Oh, we lost to the Broncos. Wow. Okay, so it's Broncos and Cowboys. That's a shame. And Craig is declining. 28 touchdowns, 11 picks. Still has not had a season over 4K. Tag is also mentor now. Genty, 1,700 yards. I mean, it's going to be insane. Elton should maybe look to move teams now. Maybe go somewhere where there's a bit more a pass-heavy offense. But he's still getting 1,200 yards, so no problems at all. Oh, we might be here for the long haul. All the way to 2040, man. Yeah, Elton is a very loyal character. Craig goes down to superstar dev, but he's a 96 overall. See, this is what I don't understand about Madden. He hasn't been going up at all, and then as soon as he turns 31, even with the morale boost, he's gone up to a 92 overall. I just don't understand this game at all, but it's all right. And we're starting to finally see some decline down to a 91 overall now. Everybody's still here, though. Elton Smith, 99. Genty's dropped off a cliff, though. 94 overall now. 31 years of age. He stayed loyal to the Raiders his entire career, though. Still a very good running back, but I know from previous experience, he'll probably be in the 80s next year. Bowers, another player to fall off a cliff down to 92, so he will undoubtedly be in the 80s next year. Elton Smith is officially a 99 overall, though. This is without training boost, so he is a legitimate 99 overall. It's the first time we've seen it. 99 catching, the excellent speed still has not dropped off. still the best wide receiver in the NFL. Next behind him is Henry Rayburn, who came in the following draft. Ben Rhodes in third. Clayton Wall is here. If you remember, Clayton Wall was the #1 wide receiver taken in our draft. He's up to a 96, so by all means, he's been a beast as well. He's also an X factor, and he has also stayed loyal to Cincinnati, the team who drafted him, just like Elton. So this is the first time the Raiders have been the #1 seed in the playoffs. And we'll be going up against the Cleveland Browns in the divisional, which is going to be a loss. I wish that Elton didn't commit so long because this team is really going to fall off a cliff. The team was still really good the following season, with Craig being the only real drop-off to 88, which would make them good enough to go up against the Browns again in the wild card, which we would win and advance to the divisional against the Ravens again. A bit of a rivalry at this point, but it just wasn't meant to be. Overtime loss to the Ravens. How was overtime 13-7? I thought the first team that scored a touchdown won it, but yeah, I guess not. Craig had a decent day. Genty had 160 yards, and Elton Smith was really nowhere to be seen. But it looks like we're going to keep the entire team together. The defense has come a long way. Dorian Carr's up to a 96. Our kickers are 94. Ashton's got another year. We've got a 90 overall right guard. Steve Burnell, 89 DT. Smiley's got 2 years. He's an 89. Left guard's an 89. Bowers, this could very well be his last year. We have no cap space at all. And wow, how the mighty have fallen. 86 overall now. Yeah, we have a new running back. So did Genty retire maybe? Because he's just not here. The offensive line is garbage. This right side is the weakest in the NFL. Elton Smith is still a 98. So against my better judgment, I would love to trade him to a team where he could win another Super Bowl. But at this point, I kind of see him like a Larry Fitz. Like, he's been with the team his entire career. Clearly, he wants to stay here. So I think I'll let him rock out and just stick with the Raiders. Yeah, Genty definitely retired. He is not here. Despite Craig being a very mid quarterback, basically his entire career, I love that Elton Smith is just still a dog, even this far in the future. 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns, just basically carrying this Raiders offense. And Jerry Gunter did do his thing, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns as well, I guess. And we did beat the Chiefs, so that's a promising sign. Maybe one last hurrah. Come on, boys, please get it done. Get a win, get a win. No, they lost again, 16-13. Zay Jones recycled and was the rookie of the year. That's cool to see. And it's about time that we start looking at the retirements, because we are at that stage where, yep, Brock Bowers retires after 14 years. But that is 2 players the Raiders have drafted that stuck around. The team didn't really get better in the offseason either from the looks of it. In fact, we got worse. And we are officially seeing the decline of Elton Smith down to a 95 overall. 85 speed now. Still the 3rd best wide receiver in the NFL though, which is very cool to see. But he has 2 more years on his contract, and we'll be keeping a close eye because that 2039 season might be the last. Feel like Pete Carroll's going to be in a wheelchair by this point of his career. I mean, this is very far in the future. And this is the first season in a very long time where we have not made the playoffs. One of Craig's best seasons, 3,700 yards, 25 touchdowns, 14 picks. Could you imagine how bad this would have been had we never upgraded Craig? Still 1,200 yards for Elton, 13 touchdowns. Actual legend status at this point. Is he anywhere up here? Obviously, this doesn't include legends, but Jamar Chase is supposedly the best receiver ever. We're all the way down in 15th with 1 Super Bowl and 1 AFC championship. No yearly awards. If you consider Mike Evans a legend, then you would have to say Elton Smith is a legend too. And it goes without saying, I obviously do think Mike Evans is a Hall of Fame wide receiver without a doubt. So, okay, we're back in the playoffs again, but it must be because of our defense, surely. Because it ain't Craig, it's 78 overall. Yeah, I definitely think it is the defense. The linebackers are phenomenal. Carr is still here. This is another player that has undoubtedly dedicated his career to the Raiders. 97 overall is no longer an X factor, but kudos to you, my man. Just don't like our odds of making a Super Bowl with our quarterback. We won the game. Hold on. It's another divisional round against the Texans. If we win this game, I'll jump in. I'll watch. And it's going to be another loss. It's always the Texans, man. It's probably Dante Rayner in another universe. Elton Smith retires alongside Jamie Strong, our center that we drafted. That's incredible. Oh, the team looks so bad now. The Gunter's up to a 94 now, but the team is just not in a good spot. They don't even have a backup quarterback. Pete Carroll is the number 2 ranked head coach ever. And Mike Tomlin retired as well, but then he came back with the Buffalo Bills. So Rhodes actually jumped Jamar Chase, which is incredible. 18 yearly awards, 97 overall wide receiver. I mean, the guy's pretty good. He has 83 speed though. That's probably because he's 33 years old. Did we end up any higher? Not really. Finished with 14,500 legacy score. Didn't even want to come back for one more year. Just said fluff it. I got paid 60 mil for nothing. Didn't win any awards his entire career, which is funny, but still put up 1,100 yards that final season with like 83 speed. He had one blip here where he didn't hit 1,000, but outside of that 2036 season, he was Mr. Consistency. Maybe not on Mike Evans level, but very, very close. He did hit X Factor. He did hit 99 overall. So he hit those, I guess, those unwritten goals that you kind of always want to see in these experiments. But now we get to look at the fun stuff. Did he do any kick returning at all? He did not, despite being a decent returner, just no speed. I wonder, did he have any tackles from interceptions? No, because he didn't line up on defense. So Elton Smith overall played 16 seasons in both college and the NFL. Obviously 2 years in college and then a lengthy 14-year career, all with the Raiders. So bonus points there for loyalty. Okay, we are officially ready to give you the career accolades and stats for Elton Smith, including college. I'm good at math, but I hate doing it. So please, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, that would be awesome. For his NFL career, he racked up 14,915 receiving yards alongside 165 touchdowns through 14 seasons. If you now add in his collegiate career as well, his total yards for his entire career would be 17,017 yards and 179 touchdowns. For his career, he caught 1,052 receptions on an average of 62.3 yards per game over the 14 years. If you add in his collegiate career, his receptions would increase to 1,215 with an average of 64.95 yards per game. Okay, we're still all with me here. His combined yards per game is buffed by the fact that his freshman redshirt season was his highest yards per game of his entire career, with 96.2 yards per game in that freshman redshirt season. And another fun little fact, in 2037, which was his 12th season in the NFL, he had his longest catch of his career, which was 95 yards. That took it out of me. But that is going to wrap it up for the entire career of the #1 overall recruit. If you enjoyed, sub for more. God bless and take it easy.